On my videos, I quite often speaking about things which not really prizing myself. Maybe even they punish myself because I speaking about them. I speaking about this, what shouldn't be done, and what we have inside. This kind of mind, like Hydra head. Hydra with thousands heads, which pulling strings, and we follow it quite often. This Hydra can be called as well Satan, egoic mind, or Maya, or Mara from Buddhism, Maya from Hare Krishna, Satan from Christianity, Islam, and different philosophies call it egoic mind. So this mechanism inside is such a thing which is like a troublemaker for us. We may like something, we may enjoying something, it trying to hook us on different things. Let's say I will tell you about present experience, what shouldn't be done, because things really don't pay well after some while. We may have desires, different desires, sexual desires, we may want things in life, we may use things without measures, but all of it have consequences finally. Finally, we may think we are clever, but we are not. This mind think it's clever, but it's not. For everything what we do, always will reap consequences. What we do, we will reap later on consequences of those. So I quite often driving. One of my jobs is a driving job. And I have to admit, I thought I am clever in my mind. Because I am swift, I can focus very well, and all of this function well for me. So sometimes when I drive, I use mobile phone. I use screen, I swipe them, I change applications, I play music, I sometimes even message. But all of it have limitations. You see, you're doing something wrong, and you know you're doing something wrong, because your mind simply like those things appearing before you, so you need to respond, you need to do this, you need to do that, and you know it's wrong. You know it may breed some not funny experience or accident or whatever. But you are clever in your mind. But this clever have limitation. Limitation from inside. We are observed all the time. And if we gather of those wrongdoings, a lot, we're not gonna run away from this. We're not run away from those consequences, from punishment of, they call it punishment of Allah, of existence, of God. Because when you do something wrong, you're recording something in your mind. And let's say there will be time, like there was time for me yesterday, then I was simply restless. And I keep repeating the same things which I did for a while. Simply responding to some kind of call in my phone, because I was bombarded by this. So because I rushed, I was busy at work, I had no time just to stop and just sit, answer, whatever. So I did this while I driving. I have to admit, while I driving. And what's happened? I was quite weak that day. I was quite restless, quite not very well focused. So then it catch me. And when I was about to turn, I received those messages. I look at the phone. It is in the holder. It is secured, but I look at the phone. And suddenly there was turning. And I thought, I need to turn now. I am about to turn. In GPS, it's telling me. But I turned too early. I just turned simply on the curb with high speed. I almost fly into the star. I slashed the tires. I was lucky I didn't smash the car and myself. So you see, you're doing something wrong and you knew you're doing something wrong. So something down the line on the way waiting for you. It all will be paid back. If you're abusing people, if you're harassing people, if you're stealing, if you are angry, if you fight, if you battle, if you're hating, if you're doing all those wrong things, even small ones, when they are like against natural order, what is told, because all of this is well organized. What we're hearing here, all around, let's say when you have green lights, you can cross, but when you have red, you're supposed to follow it. Natural order, natural standard. But in a way, it is created by human minds, this intelligence in human minds. This intelligence is a God, is Allah, Allah is our existence. It's putting that instruction, valid instruction, so we got order here. And all of it function well for us. But if we disobey, if we not keen to listen, not willing to listen, and we want to go our own way, and that whisper, satanic whisper, I would say, that mind, thought process, going into our head, and we follow it, we're listening to this, then we have consequences of it. If you may be lucky if you pray, if you meditate, if you're protecting your mind. So those things may be milder. When something happened, it won't hit you that badly. But if you completely leave your mind alone, without protection, without heading into this direction and trying to understand your inside, then if you do it really wrong, then what awaits you after a while? If you gather mountains of those impurities, distortions, wrong actions, wrongdoing inside, if you gather mountains, then consequences are horrible. Suddenly you got horrible accident. Someone will die. Maybe you, maybe some other people. Or you got some illness, disease to you. Someone from your family may die. And this going on and on. And when your mind is not protected, you're not working on yourself, you won't be able to handle that experience. You lose your mind as well. You'll be angry, aggressive, you'll be shouting, you'll be crazy at that moment, because you won't be able to handle this with peace. So all this meditation prayer is about acquiring that peace and understanding inside. But still, there is that mind which we need to learn how to identify where it is coming from and not to do it at all. Because lessons which coming out of it may be really horrible and horrible consequences for us after doing those things. There's so many things which we never should touch in this life. We're doing them without measures. We have no understanding inside that there will be time. It all will come back to us. What comes around goes around. It will hit you in less expected moment. You're not gonna run away from this. There is no way. Like I could not run away yesterday. Suddenly, I was restless. I was tired. I could not avoid this. Why I turned earlier than I supposed to? What pulled those strings? So those things going this way. And it is our choice, our free will, how we go through life. We're going through full of distractions, havoc, and we recording, overwriting that mind with that chaos inside, and later we demolish it, and we will have really dreadful lives and miserable lives. Or we clean that stuff, purify that stuff, and this machinery will start to function well, including our body, digesting system, thinking mind, well-thinking mind, like switch and clock, which can do really complicated instructions. Majority of us lost this because we're doing wrong things. Many of those things simply degrading our energy inside, like distorting our energy inside. So we're losing track of our innate core, that ruch, soul, heart center. We just simply don't know anymore where is this. When I do whatever activity, I'm trying to be focused on that inside. So that, not allowing that thought process and instruction go into me, which is gathered there, somewhere in the corners of my mind, and every one of you minds. So we need to identify this and find this out and do everything with that. Let's say today I ran, and I was very focused on that, because if I could be distracted by my own mind, I could hear something like that. You are tired. You are full of pain. You are old. You are this, you are that. Simply that mind bombarding us with this. And if we're not guarding ourselves with any method, protection, prayer, meditation, fasting, scriptures, things like this, then we're exposed to that satanic voice, to that hydra with thousands heads. Salam alaikum.